And Gerhard Berger, who last won a Grand Prix officially for Ferrari in Germany last year, leads in San Marino.
Well, sadly, I think that was a fundamental error on the part of world champion Michael Schumacher. He just put on his new slick tyres. They would have been heated, but nevertheless, they will not be as hot as they need to be for maximum grip. And on the damp track, a new set of slick tyres is always a hazard. And simply, Schumacher did not have the grip he thought he had at the time. He came over the brow of the hill. The car was light as he came over the brow, started to get towards the braking point, and he simply got away from him. The tyres were too cold and didn't have enough grip. Too fast, too soon.
At 12 out of 63, David Coulthard has been in and out, and you're looking now at race lead Gerhard Berger, and Jorna Lacey is right up with Damon Hill, who has been in and changed tyres. And Lacey has two, of course. So now Berger has changed tyres, so has Coulthard, so has Hill, so has Lacey. They are the top four. Quite a few haven't. Eddie Irvine had no need to, of course, nor Mika Häkkinen, because they started on slicks. They're running 5th and 6th. And nor did Nigel Mansell, who is now running 11th, albeit 57 seconds behind the race leader. And we've got another 50 laps to go, including the one they're on, because we're on lap 13, riding with Lacey, going round the approach to the Tamburello. This is the new corner, left, right, at about 75 miles an hour, accelerate hard up to about 170 miles an hour, then down to the Villeneuve curve, and that is David Coulthard, and there behind him is Lacey. This is the battle for 3rd position. Williams Renault of David Coulthard, who, like Schumacher, got his points back from the Brazilian Grand Prix after he was disqualified. So there's Hill 2nd, Coulthard 3rd, over the crest, round the Piratella. You're looking at the 2nd, 3rd and 4th men. Hill, Coulthard and Lacey, and they are 14 seconds behind Gerhard Berger. Coulthard got his points back from the Brazilian Grand Prix and is now an official 4th in the World Championship, 3rd in the race ahead of Lacey.
Now, Coulthard is the person who's been on the slick tyres for less time. You can see his car sliding a bit just then as he controlled it. He's got to spend a little bit longer heating his tyres up before he'll have the level of grip that Jorna Lacey behind him has got. And in these damp conditions, to have the cars up to fully working temperature really is fundamentally important to get the grip. We saw the consequences of not having achieved that with Michael Schumacher. On Coulthard's previous lap, he did a 1:46. Häkkinen was a Lacey was a 1:44, and Hill 1:42. So at this point, we saw that Hill was very much the quicker of the drivers there, with Gerhard Berger being 2 seconds up on that, 40.6. These sort of conditions really do bring out quite a big difference in driver ability in these variable conditions.
Coulthard, you saw nearly lose it there, magnificent recovery, but as the tyres are heating up, well, they're well up to race temperature now, of course, but Lacey's just gone fast test after Damon Hill had done so, and they are all on slicks, and for some reason Carl Wendlinger has been given a 10-second penalty in 20th position. I suspect, and I really am guessing, that it was for speeding in the pit lane. It's something that's not too difficult to do if you fail to hit the limiter button at the right time. Martin?
Yes, and these are some of the most challenging conditions for a Grand Prix driver. It doesn't look that way, but it's slippery out there, and it's you know, the cars look well under control, but you've got to push. The faster you go, the more downforce you've got, but you need to have the confidence to push through that limit, and it's so easy just to drop the car on a slight curve, as you saw Johnny Herbert do earlier, and as Michael Schumacher did. And it's knowing how hard you can push and where that limit is, which changes every lap, of course.
Yes, absolutely right. And just to let us realise how restricted the grip levels are on these slick tyres, the times the drivers are doing, that's 1:39 now for Lacey, just the new fastest lap of the race. That's Frenson, I think there, Friendlinger there, the fastest lap of the race from Lacey, 1:39. In qualifying, they're at 1:37, so they're still 10 seconds slower because of lack of grip.
Another superb drive from David Coulthard. There's a wealth of difference in Formula One race experience between Coulthard, who is in 3rd position, and 4th place Jorna Lacey, because this is only David Coulthard's 11th Grand Prix. He hasn't actually done a full season of Grand Prix racing yet. As past the Pacific of Bertrand Gachot goes Damon Hill to lap it. Past goes Coulthard.